Hi there Leo, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your intuitive tarot reading for the next 6 months. I did film the 2020 overviews back at the end of 2019, but energies do shift and change. We've had a massive year, so I'm filming this as an update. So what we've got here is a Rider-Waite card, one for each month heading from July around to December. Clarifiers from the beautiful Starchild Tarot deck. So we're going to step through each month and see what the big themes or the big energies are that are playing out. I think you're going to like a lot about this year. There's some really positive energies coming in, few caution points as well, but overall I feel that you are in the process of aligning your life for the better, Leo. Okay, in your July you have the Two of Wands and the energy of justice. Some of you are at a crossroads in July or going through a bit of a life review, getting ready to head in a new direction after potentially a justice situation. So a justice situation could be you leaving a relationship, a marriage, going through some kind of contractual agreement, buying property, moving into the property, selling property, moving on, relocating, that kind of situation. Some of you may have had an injustice done to you, and now that's finally over and you're getting ready to move forward. The Two of Wands is about choosing a new direction, a direction that is going to lead to greater abundance, realizing that you have all the opportunities in your own hands, and what's required for you to do, Leo, is to take the inspired action and step beyond your comfort zone in order to go and get them. So you might need to, relocate, you might need to go and study, you might need to put yourself out there on social media, you may need to do something that's out of character for you or might feel a little bit uncomfortable initially in order to get yourself across this threshold. That's what I'm seeing here. But I feel there is a sense of karmic balancing here for you if you have been through a difficult time. Those scales of justice, are ready to even out. There's a sense of victory here with the Justice card as well. Some of you may have been dealing with a Libra in that situation. And I think that it's in the next month here, in your August, Leo, that you get ready to really move on from that situation. We have got here in your August the Universe, which is the energy of the world, and we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is a huge cyclic completion. Leo, I feel like that was all playing out in July, or you were going through the justice system, or a justice, like an ending, or sorting things out, coming to an agreement with a boss, a mentor, a lover, whatever it is. But here you really close the door and you move on. The Eight of Cups shows somebody who has turned their back on a situation, retreated their energy, and is now going after their missing pieces of fulfillment. They're following their intuition now, because you knew that situation, Leo, there was something fundamentally missing in it. You could never complete your picture. You were never going to have a 9 or 10 of Cups reality or a 10 of Pentacles reality. So that's it, you are going after it. And with the 10 of Pentacles and the Universe, this card here with the 10 of Pentacles can be that money card. So if you have gone through a legal system, you might get some kind of financial reward in August. You might get a pay rise, there might be inheritance or windfall. But at a number 10 here in the tarot, this can also be a completion on the home front, or a completion in terms of how you earn your money. So it could be the door closing on that job, the door closing on that relationship as well. When the universe or the world comes into a reading, it's a very final completion, especially when joined with a 10. So, this is a card of victory as well. Justice is a card of victory. The King of Swords that's coming up is a card of victory, as per the Emperor. So we have a theme here of you leaving behind things that aren't aligned for you and moving to a better place, a place of greater abundance and greater emotional fulfillment. The World or the Universe card is that last card in the tarot deck that says you've arrived. You've arrived at a karmic completion. So this is what's going to, balance out those karmic scales. And it's ready for you now to move into your next life lesson, Leo, your next chapter. And it's about knowing when it's time to go with grace, you know, to release a situation. It's when we try and hold on and stop a completion that we can end up, you know, repeating cycles and having to, or we might attract that life lesson again, i.e. attract the same kind of partner, end up in a, you know, another job where we're undermined, that kind of thing. So it's a very final completion. It is a victory if you can, you know, just go with surrender, grace and ease. And I really think you will with that Eight of Cups energy, Leo. Your September, we have the King of Swords, which came out with the Moon, and the Three of Cups. Yeah, okay. This could still be linked to that situation, or it might be all something new. This combination for me says truth's coming to light. The Moon can really indicate things happening behind the curtain, you know, in the undercurrents, in the shadows. That can be the Moon energy. It can talk about secrets, it can talk about deceptions, it can talk about, you know, memories or parts of our subconscious, our own shadow side coming to the surface as well. And sort of a partial illumination can talk about integrating of those sides. Some of you might be doing that kind of work. But what's interesting when the King of Swords comes in combination with the Moon is that the King of Swords is about total vision, clarity, you know, eagle-eye perspective, seeing the big picture and all of that. So I really feel that you're kind of almost going to feel like you're sort of sitting on the railing, looking back at your situation with all that hindsight. You're going to be able to connect the dots. You might be able to see what really played out there. And it's that information, or it could come through a communication too with the King of Swords, that's somehow going to be transformative for you. I think it might liberate you in a way, it might free you as well. It might finally make you realize, okay, I understand why that situation played out as it is, and it's all for the best. We've got the Three of Cups here too. Two meanings for that one. There could be a third party energy or situation that comes to light. That could be the truth, and that doesn't just mean, you know, cheating or emotional cheating online with someone. It could be that somebody else was, you know, trying to vie for a contract or a promotion, or meddling, someone in the family meddling as well. This can also indicate celebrating, you know, celebrating the fact that now you've got all the information, celebrating that the fact that you've closed that cycle, you've moved on as well. So pretty big energies in this reading, Leo. That's your September. And I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised by your October, Leo. These are both your cards. We have the Sun, which is the card of Leo, clarified with the Sun. Check it out. Leo, as you may know, the Sun is the most positive card in the tarot deck, as they say. This says positivity, happiness. It's about coming out of a dark time, about hard times and hardships being over. You've gone through the brick walls, you've passed the worst, and you're heading into a much more positive chapter of your life. It's a sense of rebirth, renewal, healing. These are both yes cards in the tarot, as are the Emperor. So if there's a new direction in October that you're considering, or you're trying to make a key decision, these are both yes cards, and they're kind of like the green light to move forward. So it's really beautiful, positive energy, and when you've got a double hit of it like this, Leo, it's just really amazing. Powerful cards for manifestation as well. We have a sense of, yeah, like I said before, being totally reborn here. So extreme positive energy coming in. And with the Sun energy, it's not normally like oh, I'm just going to have a happy month. This is really about a longer reaching energy, maybe for the next few months or into the next cycle for you, well into 2021. So absolutely love that. They're both your cards, and that could mean too, Leo, that you're going to be feeling really in your power, you know, maybe after a time that has been a little bit more difficult for you. Now, the only real word of caution here is in your November, Leo. We've got the Moon that shows up again with the Seven of Swords and the Hermit in reverse. So for me, this means just be mindful of somebody in your midst in November that may not have your best interests at heart. Now, the Hermit in reverse, which can be a real card of wisdom and spirituality, but mixed with the Seven of Swords, to me this says somebody who's unethical or maybe really operating from ego, detached from spirit, really out for themselves, not really, you know, giving two hoots about your, you know, your feelings and, you know, your needs and that kind of thing, and potentially taking advantage or manipulating the situation, because the moon, again, it can be those deceptions coming to light, or it could be quite a troubled person, somebody even with mental health issues with these two together. So just be really careful. I feel like it might be more of a workplace person, a colleague, or someone that you might come into contact with there. I don't feel that it's in love, but I would just be really mindful. Just make sure that you are holding your own integrity. You know, you're really having discretion when you're dealing with others, and if anyone has those kind of characteristics, then just kind of keeping them at arm's length, I would say. Okay, in your December, Leo, you have the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. A lot of fire energy here. Emperor is Aries energy, the Queen of Wands also Aries energy. You might be connecting with an Aries person. Now, both of these energies are quite sort of business savvy. You might be stepping into a leadership position in your work. The Emperor can be, you know, husband energy as well. Some of you, or, you know, husband or wife, it can be commitment. So some of you might be moving into a commitment in a relationship. But the Emperor's energy also about making key strategic decisions in order to kind of, you know, get into another level in your life. So it's a real practical kind of energy, and it's about making good decisions from, you know, taking calculated risks in order to get yourself in a better position, because the Emperor almost like leads his army, you know, leads his army to victory and success. And the Queen of Wands is an energy. She's the great opportunist. She can see opportunities coming. She's a great manifester. She's all about taking the inspired action. The Emperor is a more strategic and planning energy, and the Queen of Wands is the go-getter, the manifester. So I think it's really potent energy for maybe getting a promotion, stepping up in a leadership position, starting a new business as well, collaborating with an Aries. Fire energy, it could, I mean, the Queen of Wands could also be your energy here as well. You might be joining forces or going into partnership in business or in romance with an Aries Leo. So this is power energy. The Emperor is also a yes card. There are just a few cards in the tarot that give us a real, you know, yes or no indication. So once again, if there's something that you're thinking about moving forward with or a key decision, this is kind of green lights a go in December. Leo, action-packed. I do wish you a great 6 months. Keep in mind, it's a general reading for a collective. It may or may not resonate. Just gives you an idea of some of the big themes. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it goes for you. Always love to read them, reply to them, and it helps me to get to know you guys. And I'll see you for plenty more readings throughout the year.